The play starts when Hansel and Gretel were telling their anecdote to their grandchildren. All started when they were abandoned in the forest by their parents. There they meet with a witch who tried to eat them, but Hansel and Gretel escape. Then they discovered a world infested with witches and magic creatures. Years later, when they were adults, they became witch hunters, meeting different characters who will accompany them in different adventures. After facing with a powerful witch, she reveals them that their mother was a great white witch who was in danger with her family. For this reason, Hansel and Gretel were abandoned in the forest to save their lives.
That the Dark Witch are preparing a ritual called Blood Moon, guided by one of the leaders of these beings, Robert Stinsky, character of the movie Shrek. After this revelation, a battle begins between the witch and the brothers. The play is narrated from the point of view of both main characters, who argue while telling the children how the history really is, confusing each other because of these characters from other histories will appear for brief moments.
Hansel is older brother from Gretel. He is an intelligent witch hunter together her. We are orphans, saints, little ones, so that to learn to survive alone. He have all black clothes, wearing with her insulin because her have physical problems.
The younger sister of Hansel. She is very innocent, incredulous, and brave. She is also skinny and very similar to her brother. She wears leather jacket, pants, boots, belts, and all weapons.
Let's talk about the mother of Hansel and Gretel. She's a woman with a very good hair, determined and willing give to the everything for belong children. She's the wife a person and also she has the secret that it's hide from her children. She is the great white witch.
Dressed in black with a pointed hat. She is a bad person and tries to block the main character.
Hansel and Gretel were alone in the middle of the forest until they find the fair witch. They realize that the witch wants to eat them and then they begin to fight. Hansel and Gretel start throwing knives at her and so the battle begins. After that they start to be witches hunters.
Are as follows. Hansel and Gretel's fathers decide to live to the children in an isolated forest. They asked him please not to leave them there.
Once they were able to capture her, they begin to question her about the disappearance of the children. They manage to realize that she is lying since every time, a witch lies she loves so much.
Begins and that takes them a great journey through the forest. They find different creatures and the creatures helps them to find missing children. They meet some challenge and among them there are fights with some witches. The witches run and one of them stumbles and when they fall they manage to catch her. Please it begins a fight with all the witches and they end up winning with the help of a troll, but the bad witch manages to escape and they her to achieve there. This time there set up a rap battle and the white witch shoots her from begging. Fear and
Being generated by those witches of the forest, and the city ranger hears Hansel and Gretel to be in a charge of attacking them. So they investigated that they was a wonderful charm of a flower that that managed to beautify and stop looking like these witches old and old.
Powerful main witch went to rescue the captured witch in order to perform the sacrifice, but they lacked a girl which they captured with Gretel. Hansel decided to go to rescue his sister and headed towards the missing place. And on the way, Hansel met two people, one of which white witch, and the other one was a fan who agreed to help him.
The main idea of the scenography is part a project and the highest part of the school to show different background in a better way is exam.
Our main idea because we want to save all materials and recycle.
Another idea too, and the idea is to use a large cardboard on both sides to make more things. For example, this. In one of them, you could see the witch house, while in the other side, you could see the kids' house.
This is a good idea because we could save time and materials, and the cardboards could be painted, and we could add color papers to give a 3D effect.
The essential object for the play will be in cardboard, for example, the oven. We could form a big box and then decorate it to make, and the oven will be displayed on stage.